Joining us today is Sam Garrett, the CEO of Great Southern Copper, following news that the company has finalised the purchase option agreement for the Cerro Negro exploration concessions, including the historical Mostaza mine, allowing the company to acquire 100% ownership of the project, which holds the significant high-grade copper, silver and gold resources. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Sam, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Mark. It's nice to be with you again.
Well, yes, thank you very much for joining us. I know we spoke not so long ago. We had a little bit of a quick update, but we also did our special feature back in the 15th of June, which went through all of your plans for the project here, for the Especulator project. And you had, I think, 1 through to 6 targets you can see on that screenshot there. You did say that Cerro Negro was the first to go. You wanted to hopefully get drilling within 3 months, with the idea to expand the resource base there, define new inventory and identify new targets, and hopefully find evidence of that porphyry-style mineralization. So this purchase option agreement, that effectively secures you 100% of the project, so you can effectively, it's yours now, you've got to get the permits, but you can go and explore on it, is that right?
That's right. This purchase confirms that our plan, as stated there in the previous slide, is going to plan. So step 1, we've got a nice tick. We've secured the Cerro Negro prospect, and we are in the process of conducting our permitting authorisation arrangements to be able to roll the rigs in as soon as possible.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, it has quite a big historical resource on, doesn't it, from 1981, which you reiterated there in the RNS there. So, that just, again, backs up the prospectivity of this project.
Indeed, and it's very important, and we need to stipulate that it's a non-JORC RNS. It was calculated quite a while before the JORC code was brought in, so that's important for everyone to understand. But the main, we know that there's mineralisation there because it's an old mine, and we know that as explorers, the best place to go looking for new mines is underneath and around old mines. So, the fact that it's got an old resource, we kind of knew that anyway. But let's call it, it's got known mineralisation. But the good feature of it is that it's big enough that it's been drilled in the past, and there's sections and plans that we can work off to target our drilling to start expanding on that known sort of mineral inventory, if you like.
Yeah, exactly. So you already have that sort of head start, so to speak. I do just want to talk a little bit about these lenses that you talk about. And here is a picture from the RNS that went out. You talk about 2 out of 7 of these lenses have been drilled. But perhaps if we can just explain what lenses are, and then maybe sort of explain, where you're looking to do your exploration.
Yeah, indeed. These are tabular sheets, if you like, of subvertical tabular sheets of high-grade copper mineralisation with very high-grade silver and some, about half a gram gold associated with them. These lenses have been, discovered in outcrop, but only 2 of them have been sort of drill tested, and so that's
lens 1 and 2.
That's right, and so the lens 1 and 2 have also been the subject of the historical mining. So the key issue there for us is that we're going to get in immediately and start expanding on the known footprint, if you like, at depth and along strike of lens 1 and 2. But outside of that, we've got the opportunity to increase the mineral inventory even further by exploring these other lenses that haven't been touched before with drilling.
Okay, perfect. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, expanding on what's already there around lens 1 and 2, but then also getting into those other lens areas 3, 4, and 5 there. And how might that look? Would that be, have you sort of pre-planned the drilling already around this area?
We have pre-planned it. Basically, the first phase will be to start drilling deeper. So we'll test. I think in your next slide you show some cross sections.
So, yes, it's again pictures from the RNS, yes.
Yeah, so that's sort of an example of on the left there is a long section of the drill intercepts, historical drill intercepts. So they demonstrate that the the known mineralisation is open in all directions, which is excellent for us. And the cross section on the right sort of emphasises the grades and the sort of the architecture of the deposit, if you like. So essentially, we'll be drilling sort of 50 to 100 metres underneath that for our first holes to confirm the extent of the mineralisation to depth, and then we'll move out along strike. So it's a fairly tried and true process. You just start sort of filling in the gaps, if you like.
Okay. So first of all, yeah, going deeper, testing the mineralization at depth, and then going out along strike, so testing depth and width of the deposit here. In
That's
terms
right.
of the other
And
lenses,
that very quickly builds up your tonnage.
Yeah.
There's X tonnage there now. So it doesn't take long before you got 2x, 3x, 5x in the bag when you sort of adopt that methodology.
Okay, and at the other lenses, how about the exploration look there at 2, 3, and 4?
We will evaluate those on the ground, and we will probably even consider doing some geophysics as well to try and sort of nail down what they might be doing. But we've got if you go back to the first slide, we've got an even bigger target. So sorry, the second slide there. The bigger target is that north-south trending sort of yellow-purple structure zone, which extends some 4 kilometres to the south of the Mustasa mine. All of that is sort of altered and mineralised and hasn't been tested. So, the big picture here. So there's sort of a tale of two deposits here. We've got the Mustasa mine and growing that, and then we've got the fact that the mineralisation at Mustasa is indicative of the potential for sort of a large-scale porphyry copper type system. So, we're going to be using our information that we gain from our drilling to help us vector towards the potential for that porphyry copper deposit.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's a tale of a number of deposits, isn't it? From looking back to our special feature, there are lots of different things going on. So you say in the RNS that you're processing with permits for drilling the project, and there will be a very busy period of exploration ahead. So that process has started. You're expecting, I think you said, as I said at the start, you'd like to be drilling within 3 months. So we're talking here as we get into sort of maybe Q4.
Yeah, that would be our aim. We don't have a lot of control on the process, but we're working hard on it. But we're also proceeding with the permitting process on a number of other targets as well, like Victoria and Aurelia, so that we're not just got one target to shoot at. We're going to have a couple.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, as I said, it sounds like we're going to be having a lot of news of permits being applied for, and then indeed plans being shared and getting drilling. So that's great to hear. The first one on the way at the moment. And you said earlier you could easily get to sort of 2-3x tonnage. Is that sort of what you'd want to see from as an objective from this campaign here?
I guess we'll assess that as we go along, but we want to grow it as big as it is.
It's about growing it
and as quickly as it is. Yeah, there's two key things here, and that is that it's at surface and it's high grade. So those two issues play in our favour. So when it's high grade copper, but when you add the silver and the gold into it, and you play around with your back of the envelope, copper equivalent numbers, which we can all do. It's a nice high grade deposit. So we'll also be doing some metallurgy fairly soon to make sure that we get that sort of process right. So the option that we have here is to potentially get into production a lot faster by owning this mine and everything that goes with it. So that's the aim, is that we're going to be drilling this quickly, making it grow, and then evaluating potential mining scenarios.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time today, giving us that update. Sam Garrett, the CEO of Great Southern Copper. I'm sure we'll be speaking quite a bit more as the permits come through. But for now, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark. Nice to talk to you.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programmes at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.